Hello, I'm Gavin Knecht, and today I'm going to make some chili infused vinegar, and I'm also going to use garlic. I'm going to be using some peppers that I roasted earlier on. Okay, I hope you can all see that. Can you see that? Yeah? Okay, good. Now these are very hot. These are the I can't remember what they're called, but they're like the Naga chilies, only they come from Uganda and they're very hot. Okay, so I've pre-roasted them. I've chopped up some lime. Okay, so I've got 3 limes already chopped, and I'm going to show you, I'm going to chop another lime. Okay, so first, take off the ends, like so. Okay, now cut one long line down the center. Now you have 2 pieces. Okay, another line here, and another line here. Okay, and now just cut it into a few small slices. Okay, so that altogether is 4 chopped limes. Okay, and you notice I've got some pieces of garlic here that I've already peeled, and I'm just about to show you how I peel my garlic. Okay, so you just make a small slit across from end to end, and then the skin should peel straight off. Okay, doesn't always work perfectly, but it's the best way to take the skin off a garlic. So I'm using 2 whole bulbs of garlic. Okay, so I just found an easier way to peel the garlic. That'll save you a little bit of time. Is if you take the clove and cut it right through, and then you can take the skin right off, like so. Okay, I'm not going to bother chopping the garlic. That's something I'm going to do later on. I'm going to leave these in large pieces. Okay, and I'm going to let them infuse into the vinegar along with the lime and the roast chilies. Okay, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty with that because my hands are fairly moist and the skin has stuck to my hands. Okay, good. So now I have something that looks like a mason's jar. It's not from Mason, and it's not a Kilner jar because it's not from Kilner, but it's something like it, okay, and it does the same job. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the cloves of garlic in first, and it doesn't really matter in which order you do this, okay, the end result will be the same, but I have to do it in some order, so I'm just doing it this way. Okay, so now I have my 4 whole limes cut into pieces. Okay, and that's 2 whole bulbs of garlic in there. And I'm going to be very careful to take the chilies out now, okay? You can probably see they are very soft. Okay, so they are completely roasted. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to puncture these. Okay, so I'm just going to make small slits in them that they can absorb the vinegar. Okay, that one's already cut because I had to cut the end off of there. There was something rotten on top, so I chopped it off. Okay, so I don't need to slit that one. This one, okay, I didn't need to do too much of that because it had already burst open in the oven. And you'll find a couple of these probably will be burst. I'm not wearing gloves, but you probably should. Okay, because you know you don't want to get this in your eyes or anywhere near your groin later on when you use the toilet. Okay, without being too rude. These things burn. Okay, so I'll be as quick as I can doing that. No special order, just throw them in. Okay, and what I'll do then is I'll let the vinegar infuse these chilies and the other components, and then at a later date I'll take them out and I'll give them a bit of a blend, and then I'll add them back to the vinegar, but I'll do that in about 6 weeks time. I want everything in here to decompose before that. Okay, so these things are going to be full of seeds, don't worry about that. In the end, all of this will be sieved out, okay, and you'll be left with the vinegar, which will last for years and years and years. Okay, and I can't wait to taste this, because the last time I did this, it was absolutely fantastic. Okay, and I just noticed as you hold these and you slit them, the skin will also come away. Okay, and that's when you know that your chilies are fully roasted. This one here is slightly blackened, which means I've slightly overdone it, but it won't make any difference to the flavour. Okay, and once again I'd like to mention the safety with these chilies. Make sure you wash your hands correctly after you've been handling these chilies, or better still, wear gloves. Okay, good. Now for the vinegar part. Okay, so you need a total of about 3 litres of vinegar. 3 fluid kilograms. Okay, so what I've got here is I've got vinegar essence. Okay, now what this is concentrated vinegar. Okay, and one of these, is 1 part essence to 1 part water. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to tip these in, and then I'm going to add another 1.5 litres of water and mix it in. Okay, and that should make up the volume. Okay, this takes a little time because these the openings on the end are quite small for obvious reasons. This is another thing you don't want to get in your eyes, because it is concentrated vinegar, it's very acidic, and it will burn you. But it might neutralise the chili from your hands, so it's not all bad. Okay, so this might take a little time. Okay, if you look at that going in there, beautiful, isn't it? Okay, so my director is actually trying to tell me something. Okay, there's a magic trick apparently. It is possible to remove the cap from these. Unfortunately, the other day I cut my fingernails, so I've had a little bit of difficulty getting the tops off. But there we go. So, yeah, as my director's just shown me, there's a... My goodness, look how quickly that's going. Right, that is much better. Okay, absolutely great. Yes, that's the way to do it. Okay, excellent. So now those are empty. If I wanted to be perfect, I would fill these back up with water and tip the water directly in. But I know that I need a little bit more. I need about 1.5 litres of water. So I'm about to get that now, I think. And then I'll just use a spoon to stamp it down. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, and I know you can't see me, but you can definitely hear me. I'm just taking some water directly from the tap. Okay, I'm not going to boil this or mess about. The vinegar and the chili and everything in there is going to kill any pathogens. Okay, I'm also going to add 2 tablespoons of salt. So that was 1 litre. I'm going to put another half litre in. Okay, so there we go. The only thing I need now is to add the salt, and I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of salt. It seems like rather a lot, and I need a tablespoon. I think, give me a tablespoon please. Okay, so this is a tablespoon, sometimes called a dessert spoon. It holds about 15 millilitres of water when it's level, but it holds a lot more salt when it's heaped. Okay, so I'm going to put 2 of these in, and that again is going to kill any pathogens that might be hanging about in the mixture. Okay, so good. The only thing I need to do now really, if you just excuse me a moment, is just give this a bit of a swirl, a little bit of a shake up. Okay, I'm going to do this with a big plastic spoon. Okay, let me give it a mix. Okay, and how wonderful does that look? Yeah, I'll come back to that in about 6 weeks, and I'm going to use the kitchen wand. So a kitchen wand is like a handheld blender, and chop it into smaller pieces. I leave it for another 6 weeks, and then I'll sieve out all the little tiny bits, and then we'll have a beautifully infused. I'm just going to taste that. Wow, it's very spicy already. Okay, so I think that's about it for now. If I just put these out of the way, and maybe you could take a little look at that. So I'm going to make sure there's nothing around the edge that could cause pathogens and other bacteria to get in there later on. So I'm just going to go around the inside of the lid too. So very important to put the lid on, and put the lid on correctly. Okay, good. So that's about it for now. But I would like to introduce you to the next step. The next step, I probably, because this has a tap on there, I'll probably empty out the liquid. Then I will put my hand inside and the kitchen wand, and I'll blend everything, and then I'll put the vinegar back in and leave it for another 6 weeks. Okay, good. So I think we can wrap that up. I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe if you like the video. Click like and share on Facebook or Twitter. Okay, great. So have a nice day. Bye bye.